welcome back, everyone. Today is supposed to be the grand finale, depending on
way
if we
to
get
spoil
there.
it.
Because, well, you never know if we'll get there. Luckily, we have some buffer because the other game, whose name I can't remember,
well, if we say then it's going to reveal our timeline.
No, that's right. We
not
can't
say
reveal our
it.
timeline.
Let's
It's that
not
game
date
with a name
ourselves.
I can't recall anyway. It's something like The Expanse or something. But it's one of those one words that's supposed to mean something and you never know what it is because it's another one of those shows like, is it The Expanse?
Stop
or the
trying. Let's not
or
say
the
it. Let's move
Eternal?
past
Yeah.
it.
Let's not talk
So
about this season
anyway,
3.
we do have the possibility of another session at least if that happens. It would just eat into the Kandria game. All right, so you might recall that we had just finished a moment where there was a fight to see who could get the most Cthulhu mythos.
We all read books while people were sleeping.
Yes, it's like we steal their book and read it.
I read
We
this
all-
book. Well, I read this book. Do you want to read this book? Yeah,
Was
let
it-
me read that book.
Wasn't we all? It was a book off between Yuri.
Yeah,
and,
book napping.
And
I feel like I got the short end of the stick. One person is like, yeah, you can just reconfigure genetics. I have a witch detector.
That's probably
You got
super
you
useful.
got like the Cliff Notes version of.
I'm the equivalent of an app. Check the Witchfinder app now.
It's actually funny because I'm watching the Arrowverse crossover, and one of the scientists says, "You know what? I bet I could build an app to look for avatars." It's like, no, you can't. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just looking for like special energy signatures. So yes, apparently there is a witch detector app that you can build now. Well, as I said last time, this is not any personal bias. It just happens that for weird reasons, whenever it matters, Nick manages to roll O1s. It's like in this moment.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
I'm sorry.
Give me.
I've never
your
had mythos
gifts.
before.
That's true. This is like a
Yeah.
This is interesting.
yes. So
Don't
exciting
don't let the
territory.
power go to your head.
What are
What?
you talking about? It's
Or-
already gone to my
yes,
head.
it's like-
It's gone from my head to my toes, Will.
Do let the power go to your head.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one said, I'll bet this book reading would be better if it just cut the throat of the book's owner and used their blood to soak these pages. It's like,
You can't be that meta. that would break the fourth wall.
that's true. This isn't supernatural.
what if I soak the pages in their blood and then eat the pages?
My medical knowledge tells me this book needs more blood.
Yeah, James.
needs a
I don't
transfusion.
know. I don't know where my mind came up with this idea, but I just think it needs blood.
So anyway, so you guys had just managed to get through this whole thing, and everyone woke up, and you were about to like try to figure out where to move the SOS signaling device to get it closer when you found a person standing at the head of the ridge,
Yeah.
I believe.
looking down at you guys.
And it looked like
I believe only Deborah and I were awake. Actually,
it looked like
Oh, was it
Morty.
just the two of you?
that was our moments.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you noticed it, didn't you?
And
you
so
pointed
we
out
would
to
we would
Deborah.
have to alert everybody
Yes.
to.
Oh, that's right. You don't have to. You can decide this is your moment.
Uh,
Deborah is
no,
very injured,
I'd-
and you two are both super gimpy right now.
Yes.
Deborah's taken a shotgun to the chest that's blown away her tattoo, and you have 50% movement rate, and your con is down. But yes, it's Morty, and it's very clearly Morty because you can actually still see the hole of the wound in his chest. Because there's a slight shimmering of moonlight that you can see through his opaque body.
Deborah,
Oh, Morty!
Deborah. Oh, what we do? What we doing?
Oh, he's just standing there right now. I think if he stays there, we're fine. It looks like he's just watching. We should definitely wake the others.
Okay. So I am. I'm not really very mobile.
Well, you're only a half speed, and you guys are just kind of like a little bit further off.
Okay.
Like they're right there.
So I, very quietly, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll wake Danny first.
Okay.
Danny,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, are we whispering?
Yeah.
What's happened?
Right. We gotta wake everyone up because Morty's back.
What? We saw. He was dead though. We saw him die.
He's just like Markham. I think he's one of them.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but
All right.
there's no other way to explain how he made it out alive.
Markham was never dead.
I know, but
Alright.
what I say is that he's just like Markham.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Okay, I'll wake Ringo up. You get Yuri.
Right. Okay. Do you want to do that?
Ringo.
First? Yeah. You go first.
What is it? What is it?
You gotta get up. Shh, quiet.
Is a monster about? Is there a monster? Get Yuri awake.
Oh, actually,
We're waking him
it
up.
doesn't take you very long. Like, as soon as you ask if there's a monster, you have this spidey sense that goes off. Like, it's like,
Whoa, I
you
can
know
sense
there's a
monsters
monster.
too?
Yes.
There you go.
See,
okay.
you've got the app.
Like, you immediately sense that something
Yeah,
is
you've got
off.
push
Like,
notifications
Like, you
on.
yeah. Yeah, you kind of feel that thing where, like, you have that kind of numbness on your skin that you feel sometimes.
Warning: there is a witch in your area.
Yes.
Furbo just
I'm
spotted
in
a
your
person.
area.
It's not very specific, but you definitely have that feeling that something is off.
Well, I am up and alert. Let's get Yuri. We gotta get Yuri up. We have to get Yuri up.
Harry's getting him up.
Right. Yuri, mate. Yuri.
I like.
Wait. Right.
I like grip my gun
No,
tighter
you-
because it's on my chest.
Yep. You should make Yuri. You should make a sanity check.
Don't shoot me, you fucker!
Just waking me up. Is it a sphinx?
Don't you dare shoot
Is it a
me.
sphinx?
I'm gonna be so sad.
Okay.
What a way
Sanity.
to go.
Do you have any left? I feel like you spent a lot of it.
I have 10 sanity. Oh no. 39 is over 10.
Okay. Make a power check.
Okay, I have some power.
You told me to wake here.
51 is over 40. So,
All right. So
no.
you go over to wake up Yuri, and you shake him, and he immediately like just grabs your hand, and you feel his like hand on your wrist. You should make a power check.
Where's the... Okay. I got a 51 under 65.
Okay.
Nice.
You feel like this warmth that is like hotter than what would be expected, almost a vibrational energy coming from his hand into your wrist, and for a brief moment you almost feel like the bones under your wrist are like gelatinizing.
Is
And
it like a searing pain?
it's more like when you hit your funny bone and you get it's all
like
down your
numbness,
entire
yeah.
forearm.
Well, mostly what I want to know is it painful enough that I make a sound?
That's up to you. It's not hurting pain. It's the kind of pain like when you hit your funny bone.
might
It's
have been
like
the power
numb,
roll.
and like your nerves have gone to sleep. It's that kind of weird feeling. But you like jerk away and you manage to pull out of his grip before like anything really bad happens to you.
Do I still feel that once I've pulled my arm away?
Yeah, it's a little bit numb.
Yeah.
My eyes focus.
Yeah.
Andy,
Fucking hell.
what is happening?
Morozov's
is
back.
wrong?
He wasn't dead. Morozov, he hasn't made a move yet, but he's at the top. He's at the top.
These guys have stood up and you can see them milling around
He was
and looking.
dead.
Well, you
You don't need medical knowledge to know he was dead.
well
Yes.
of
He was
this hole?
very certainly dead.
of all the things that you choose to ignore, you shouldn't ignore the fact that he's back though. He might not be alive,
where
but
is
he's
he?
back. And I point.
Yeah, at this point
I point with my and then I point with the other hand.
Yeah, it's a little bit numb hurting now, but I feel like it's one of those things like you feel like 10 or 15 later if you shake it off. So yeah, at this point, everyone looking up can see where the ridge goes up, and then you know how you guys came into this cave and slid down that giant thing? You're at the bottom of that ridge now, and at the top, just on the edge where you would have jumped off the edge, you see Morty just standing there. So he's like 100 yards away. So
Yeah.
it's just a little shadow, but there's also moonlight behind him, so you can kind of
Shining through it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can see like a bit
There's
of
this
the light.
pinpoint.
Yeah, is this small enough? You're like, yeah, there's a hole.
Spooky.
Okay, and then we have
so-
to also wake up.
So we have lights, right? There's
Cool.
no possible way that Morty could not see us, right?
Yeah,
Like,
if Morty is seeing, he can see you. If that's what's happening.
do you think I should try and patch him up?
Mate, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's just like Malcolm Scott. I think
So we should.
I could be wrong, but
No,
I
that is a good
just
point.
have a sinking suspicion.
So we may want to silence him before he calls more of the monsters.
At this point, Anthony has also been wakened.
Oh no! Oh yeah, Anthony Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's standing around looking now. Like, you're all gathered there. Everyone's kind of looking.
Oh, didn't Koval say he like gathered up all the books, or was that Deborah?
That was Deborah.
Deborah
Yeah.
has all the books now.
Yeah.
Okay, the journal.
But you
and
were
your
asleep?
thing. Right, I
Ev-
don't think
every-
no,
every-
she did that while we were asleep.
Yeah, everyone was asleep.
I don't think she
Only-
told that to someone. Was it you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Sheila-
so only
Sheila
you
me
know
know.
that. Got it. Yeah. I just.
I
vaguely
don't even
remembered
know that it's gone.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't
if
even
you-
know that you stole it from me, you
I mean,
dirty
this
son
this
of a gun.
this could
You
be the
just
time
made it
that you
sound
waste
so
time
interesting.
arguing about it,
Yeah, it's
or
You stole what I rightfully... You've taken what I've rightfully stolen. It's like,
I legally bought it from the people that stole it.
yeah, so if you have kept it, like, in a bag or a backpack or something, you wouldn't know that it was gone yet.
Yeah, no, it was in the backpack, so I have
Yep.
no clue it's gone. I'm just rolling.
Yep, only the janitor knows.
Only the jet.
I have to tell you, if you've not heard of or ever seen Future Man, it's the Josh.
Oh yeah,
Hutcherson
that's
show.
the one starring PETA,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
right?
Yeah,
From
Josh
Hunger
Hutcherson.
Games?
He's
Okay.
he's a cutie pie. There's food, frontal nudity, but the reason it's meaningful is because he's the hero of the story. He's a janitor.
oh yeah,
So
Booster Gold.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Booster Gold?
No, Booster Gold was like a nobody from the future.
Yeah.
And then he goes back in the
Oh,
past and
he's-
becomes a superhero.
He's
Yeah.
like Booster Gold.
It's like
Okay.
the exact same thing.
got me so
but in a
excited.
different
Oh,
ver-
you're so amazing.
It's so close.
Kal-El,
It's
Superman
so close
is
to
like,
that.
I was a janitor.
You probably like it.
I mean, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so
Yeah.
it gives me a whole new perspective about janitors. It's like, apparently they're pretty awesome people.
you you're looking at him. And I
Harry's
knew,
like, but I'm not a janitor, you
Well, the greatest thing about it is that
biker.
he constantly uses this
you,
thing
I'm a
where
space
nobody
janitor.
notices janitors. So he gets to do tons of things. It's like, oh yeah, I just took these files. It's like, how'd you do this? I went to the file room and grabbed them. It's like, no one notices janitor.
janitors, they can be nude too.
Yes. Yes, they can.
List it clean.
Yes. So anyway, so you're all milling around and looking up there. Caldwell has definitely readied his shotgun, and he's like, you can see he's kind of feeling out to see if he can make it up the incline to get up there and get a clearer shot. Because
No way.
Wait, I'm.
45
How far
degree
away am I from Cole? Are we all just sort of in
you're
the
all
same
in the same
space?
group. Like if they drop the fireball right now, they can get all of you.
Mate, dang. If he survived that first gunshot wound, what makes you think he's gonna be taken down by whatever you're planning on doing?
Get him right in the face.
Like a zombie?
Well,
Yeah,
you'll have to wait until he tumbles all the way down here. Do we just wait for him?
I could probably get up there.
You're welcome to try. I do not believe you.
Or you might just piss him off. He might not know. He hasn't done anything yet.
One person, and individually, you could probably make your way back up there. Like it's a 45-degree incline, but it's like a fairly rough terrain. You just can't get a sled back up there, or like, or if you're unathletic, or if you're like a boy band person or something.
Or barely holding your body together.
Yeah, like if you've been shot in the chest, or if you're
And missing an
leg-
eye, or have a numb arm.
Oh, that reminds me.
Any of those
I'll take this
things.
time to double check people's like healing. I guess has it been long enough that I should check
So-
those? Change bandages at least.
Okay, so are people comfortable with Yuri checking you out?
I don't have any awareness that he has been acting funny, so he is still the doctor to me.
Okay, so
Yeah, same. still have a head wound.
Unfortunately, he's still responsible for being a doctor.
Okay.
He hasn't lost his.
Unfortunately, I'm still the
There's,
doctor.
there's no malpractice yet.
Okay.
The malpractice suits have not been filed yet.
If anything, he may be a better doctor than he's ever
Yeah,
been.
exactly.
It's like, you know,
Let's find out.
see.
Do you get a new
Let's
tentacle
find
leg?
Maybe somebody else should.
Tentacle-
He should look at somebody else first.
Tentacle leg is better.
You know what's wrong
You
with
will
human
move
heart?
faster.
Too few chambers.
Do you know what's wrong with Buddy?
Yeah,
Too much
Yuri,
blood.
I have.
It's like,
Man, between the gunshot and when I hit my head earlier, I keep seeing things, and we've seen some shit, but I would feel better if you checked me out.
Seeing things like what things?
what are you talking about, Danny? Yeah, what have you seen?
Yeah, like when I saw Wen's head earlier.
Ah,
and
yes.
Well, we saw that too.
Yeah, I could look at it. It's sort of like an optical illusion.
I did not
Okay.
get a close look, but I believe you. Yeah, I'll.
Did we actually ever Oh, his head. We found her head,
head on its
with
own.
Scott.
Yeah,
Scott had the head.
Her head
in
was
the
in the
end.
chamber.
Yeah, he was-
He had the body.
That's right. Yeah.
Or her head was in like the pathway leading to it.
we outlined it with chalk,
And its
Yes.
eyes were following you, right?
like
Or
any
you
good
thought
crime
so.
scene.
Yes, it's like it's the one use of your chalk. It's like
So if I recall, Dee Dee was like mostly just super exhausted.
yes, Dee Dee is just very tired.
Because like was tired, was given a stimulant, became super duper tired, but that's it, right?
Yes.
Oh, I
Dee Dee
took
has not been actually injured.
I took a head wound when we were fleeing the Falcon.
Oh, you did.
I took 2
Oh,
points of damage.
Oh, that was a long. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That was so long ago. I
It,
forgot.
yeah,
you were
yeah,
doing
it was on
Yeah.
the first day. It was
Yeah,
when
Dee Dee has a bandage.
Morty died.
All right.
Done.
When Morty died.
All right. So you want to check on Dee Dee and see how
Yeah.
he's doing?
Yeah, like I'll shine the light in the eyes and stuff.
I don't
All
think
right.
I don't
See if
think
there are any
Morty's
ghosts
going
in there. Are
anywhere.
there any ghosts in your eyes?
Any ghosts in my eyes?
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
ghost
So
eyes.
this is just basic medicine. So you're gonna do a
Yep.
check.
I'll do a check. 27 is a
Medium.
it's an what it's called, a hard success.
Okay. So Dee Dee
For
seems
medicine.
a lot better. You definitely think that he's kind of gotten over it. He's not. He passes concussion protocol.
Okay,
So he's fine.
I also make a mythos roll, man.
Yes.
You're fine.
All right.
Way over.
He doesn't change your. It's like, you know what's wrong? Your brain is too soft.
I have a mythos of 9. It's quite
Okay.
unlikely that
Yes.
Then it's my turn.
I actually
I
do
guess.
anything with it.
But wait until he fails a
I'm
medicine
checking your
check.
leg and your arm too.
The eye,
Your eye, yeah, of course.
the eye is, or the lack of eye.
Wow, 12 is an extreme success
Ooh,
with
nice.
medicine,
Okay.
and a 70 is way over.
And you
For
should
the
make
mythos.
a power check.
That is a 32 under 65, which is, I believe that's just a matching of my.
You get
That's a hard
very, very negative vibe. You have the same feeling that you think dogs get when they're in the presence of vampires. Like,
Wait, what a random pair that.
Yeah.
The feeling dogs get in front of vampires?
yeah.
Yeah, you don't know the one.
Is that a feeling that I would be
You
aware
own
of?
2 dogs. You should see it all the time.
I feel
Are you calling me a vampire?
I feel ashamed because I feel like I should know more about vampires, and I
don't
somehow
know.
I don't know this.
just
I'd
like
rather world-
like a dog before an earthquake, maybe.
Yes,
is what
maybe
you're
like that.
thinking of?
I'd rather
like
World
some kind of
Darkness
sixth
game for
sense.
9.5 years, so like there's so much of these things that I just automatically just reference, and the players in my other game would have immediately got it.
Of course.
Well, I'm
Aren't
sorry.
they a vampires
I'm
and
sorry.
masquerade game?
Yes.
So
Huh? Yeah.
I'm sorry I've let you down.
That's fine. You're just a janitor.
I'm just a janitor. I don't know anything about vampires.
you feel very uncomfortable.
you're a crime janitor.
You feel like when he's examining your eye, like it like he's examined your eye before.
Yeah.
Like he's been the one who's been taking care of it. But somehow this time there's something about, you know how sometimes like women have a special ability to know when a guy at a bar is a creeper.
Yeah.
And they should probably. You have that look. Like this time when he's examining your eye, is like he's looking just a little bit too long. The way his fingers touch you has that almost like weirdly not medical distance
Like
that you would have
yeah, like
expected.
maybe I'm a little too like
He's
You're a
caressing the
little too
muscle.
handsy,
like,
a little bit too
too-
interested, a little bit like, you know, I could probably do something here. Like he wants to do something to you.
Can't take my eyes off of you.
Yeah, like instead of just looking,
He like
he's got that
having to
hunger in his
touch.
eyes that you can kind of pick up.
yeah, but is that because I just woke up?
Yeah, maybe he's just tired.
Yeah, maybe
right?
I'm just tired.
Well,
Maybe he's just hungry.
Maybe I just haven't had
I
vodka in a
need to-
while.
Just need a Snickers.
That's true. Yes, before he gets his Snickers, he's
I
just
am
max
not myself
side
when
out.
I am
It's
hungry.
it's the kind of awkward feeling that I choose not to share to him how I feel about how awkward it seems.
Yep.
It's that sort of awkward of I'm just gonna let this pass and then
Well,
let's-
Harry, you are healing nicely. No signs of infection.
that
is good.
sounds pretty good.
Yeah. In fact, you get the sense that he's like very ripe for like a good glass eye. Like it's healing well. He'll be very good. Do you check his leg too?
Yeah. Is that a separate instance of a roll?
Yep.
Oh my god, damn it! I thought
okay,
it
this
could
is
manage
for the
just,
leg.
just for
Oh, I rolled the wrong dice. It's like a 2 and a 3. I'm like, what is that?
God damn it.
93 over 91 for the leg. Oh,
Yikes.
You're looking in my eyes and you step on my leg.
You're just the one eye.
It's always weird when the player makes the roll and it's like, oh, he knows he failed it. But his leg does not look good. Like, it does not look like it's healing well.
I'm on my way to becoming a pirate.
Yeah, it's...
With one eye and a peg leg.
you're-
And then the arm I could just turn into a hook.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
You could.
I'm making myself a real good pirate.
Do I still make a mythos roll with a failed medicine check?
No.
Okay, cool.
But the leg actually doesn't look good. It looks like more splotchy than before. You are familiar as a doctor that in the healing process when things are it actually usually does look worse before it looks better.
Sure.
But it doesn't look great. Like it looks swollen. If anything, the fact that Harry isn't feeling it as much is actually a bad sign. That is hurting him less, but it looks like maybe it's because he's been on it when he shouldn't be.
Sure.
I'm gonna make a request to him. Take one of your chalk or markers or something and outline the area of infection. Make sure that just in case it seems like it's spreading. Okay.
Ooh.
I've know this.
That's a very good idea.
I know this from personal life experience.
Oh, really? Yes. Oh, that's right. You had this.
Yes, I
That's right.
had a very problematic thing with my leg actually.
Yes.
So-
exactly during the Blades in the Dark game.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I had a fever.
Yes.
I had a fever, and the only
Yes,
cure was to go to the
I
hospital.
have Sharpie for just such thing.
Yes.
I will do that.
So not only do you do that, but you actually get the feeling that you should make an incision and try to bleed the section so that the
Just 'cause
pressure
it's
can
so
be released.
swollen?
Yep. So he's going to cut into you.
I bite down on something.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm gonna take the time because we have the surgery equipment. I'm gonna take
Yes.
the time to set up an area, get him lied down, make sure it's a sterile
Yep.
sort of environment.
You don't have to bite down. He can give you an anesthetic.
That I have
Yeah, but I don't know. I
pan
just-
for it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
like all the things that you would do. In
Oh, okay.
a
So he
surgery
actually does the
room.
whole thing
Okay,
as
cool.
opposed
This
to
is the kind of thing you want to take your time with.
Okay,
I'm
so
sure.
he does take his time. You should just make another medicine roll on
Okay.
the off chance that you
There's
also
only a
roll
9%.
90s again.
There's only a 9% chance
Shut-
I fail and a
shut-
9% chance I make you amazing.
Shut up.
Okay, 0-4 with my medicine roll.
Oh, he's. This is gonna be a really good incision.
Wasted it. Wasted.
And a
He's
Cthulhu
flipping.
Mythos check. A 0-4. I shook that a lot. This is a 0-4 twice.
It's
That's-
spun.
that's nice.
It's spun.
That's good.
All
That's
right.
great.
A 0-4 and a 0-4.
I'm glad it happened. James, stop using your dark magic.
I'm cursed.
Look, my love for Nick is pure. There's nothing dark about it. It comes from the light of heaven itself.
Yeah, I have blurst dice.
All right. What would you like to be doing?
Well, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna do what I've done in my, like what happened in my surgeries before and like my backstory, which is like I kind of like lose consciousness of what was happening.
Oh, very good.
But I got the
Like where you get
heebie-jeebies from
super
him.
narrowed down to the details.
Yep,
like
you
a
get in
surgeon
the
would,
zone.
everything falls away.
Yep.
And then like afterwards you kind of look down and you're like, well, I don't like remember it because I was in the zone, like you know,
out of
like
zone.
athletes or like
Yep.
professionals of high caliber.
All right. So you want this to come from the game system?
I want. Well,
Yes.
I mean, my intention would be to make his leg like heal as fast as possible. I want him to be able to get up and walk around on it. Like I'm not trying to add extra legs or like put eyes in anything.
Better.
But
What you need is an eye in your leg.
All right. Perfect.
Got you.
Ringo, make a listen check.
Make the listen check, please.
32 under 70.
For the
So
love of God.
I got the.
So Ringo, your listen ability is now the same as his medicine ability. It's the one that links you to your power. Oh. So as soon as
that's cool.
he starts cutting into him, you feel that tingling like multiply. Like witchcraft is happening here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you can tell where it's coming from. Like, and you can see that Yuri is doing surgery and it seems fine. He's got all the equipment, he's got the gauze out, he has his scalpel in his hand. Everything is, from a layperson's perspective, it looks like he's doing everything right. He's laid down topical, he's like, but
Yeah, I got all the
you
equipment
can
on, mouth
you can
cover.
see by watching him that what he's doing is just off. Like nothing is right about it. Like your eyes see regular surgery going on. Your heart feels that this is like you're getting flashbacks of like witches being burned in Salem, like sacrifices of babies being made, hearts being cut out of people in Aztec rituals and stuff. They're just flashing through your mind, and every cut that he makes with a scalpel, you get a flash of another horrific blood event from some point in human history.
Whoa. Yuri, I think you should slow down there with that scalpel, eh?
Everyone standing around is watching, and Yuri is in the zone. He is just focused on doing it. He's like Cena Grey's Anatomy or something like that. And
Ringo, let the man work. He's
Uh,
trying to heal him.
It doesn't look like he's doing it right.
I
don't know.
Did I put him out for this type of procedure?
No,
No, just like
topical.
you give
just
me like a
topical anesthetic? Yeah.
local anesthetic.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, or
local.
local.
He's fully
that
conscious. So he's watching this as it's happening. And
But I think like most surgeries, you have like the divider of some sort.
Not in this circumstance.
Maybe
like
not, okay.
This is in the field, so he can see it.
Because
but
he gave me the heebie-jeebies, I feel like I am
I certainly
being a
wouldn't
little bit
watch my
more
own surgery.
vigilant.
Yeah, so you are watching, and first of all, you don't feel anything, so it looks like he's
Yeah.
doing fine. You can hear Ringo yell out for him to stop, which makes you double your alertness to what Yuri is doing to you. And you can see the people around kind of like looking, and most of them are like, Ringo, you need to back off, give them space. This is like, he's got a scalpel in his hand, so...
Can I use
He's a doctor. Are you a doctor? Do you have a degree in medicine?
I was wondering if I could use like forensics or biology to see if I feel like he's doing what he should be doing.
You could use either, if you want to have some insight in if you think it's working.
Well, biology and
Biology
forensics for me
makes
are
more sense,
they're
I
exactly the same.
Okay, then
So-
either one.
Okay.
Probably biology a bit better.
Okay. That is a 43 under 70.
It looks fine. It like he's like you can see blood dripping out of the wound. He's making like a couple of parallel cuts to just deep enough to have like the and you can see like the darkened blood kind of oozing out and everything like that, and he's applying pressure. Everything seems fine. Like you've never seen this done before, but if it were like, he's not cutting to the bone, you don't feel any pain, so you're not sure that he's doing anything wrong.
He's not carving
Right,
magical sigils.
Yuri, how much more time is this going to take?
He doesn't seem
probably
to be
don't hear
hearing you.
Exactly. I know.
Yeah, like, but his voice, you can tell it seems to be going very efficiently. Like he's like basically compressed down everything, and you could almost feel like you can vision. You know how you had him draw the little marker thing to show the sign? You could almost see the area of discoloration shrinking, and like, you don't know if it's an optical illusion or just because he's allowing the blood to run out, so it doesn't seem like it's
I
as
drew
swollen.
marks on his leg.
So you
I
can
did say
see that it's getting smaller. So whatever he's doing is working. You feel pretty good about this. Ringo does not feel good about this. Like he
just
feels
really
like
good
something
at my
really bad is
job.
going
I'm
on.
getting a very bad feeling from this. I think the surgery should stop. I don't know how I can emphasize it or enunciate it, but it's just, I'm getting some bad feelings, some bad vibes, you know?
Deborah, do you feel?
Deborah turns to you and says, I get a sense of what you're saying, but right now, if we try to stop him right now, it might be worse. Like, I can't tell what you're seeing or what you think you're seeing, but from what I can tell, it's working, and it seems like Harry is getting better.
All right, well, okay. I just don't like what's going on. And maybe we should just be careful. That's all I'm saying.
Is there a reason why you're feeling this way?
This is going to sound a little
It's
crazy.
just
I'm getting
instincts?
some visions, you know? Some, like, ancient stuff. I'm seeing things burning. Like, I'm seeing, like, old ladies throwing, like, moss and incense around, you know? And just, like, babies being thrown. I'm seeing a lot of bad stuff, man.
Ringo's lost.
I don't-
it. He's gone crazy. It's like,
Well, so my thought process is like, of all the people here, Ringo is the one that has suffered the least amount of physical harm.
Really, like
And-
mental harm.
No, but what I mean this my thought process is like, he didn't hit his head. Why is he acting weird? Like, he's not missing an eye. Why is he acting mad?
I definitely can say that of all the original team members, Ringo was always the one that acted the most weird for the rest of you.
Just at a baseline,
Yes,
sure.
like it's
Yeah,
like, what's up with this guy?
It's hard for me to tell whether or not like I should be heeding his words or ignoring him, because like for the longest time that's just how we've been treating him.
Yeah.
It's just to like write him off.
Yes. It's suddenly if like the village crazy person is now suddenly saying even more crazy stuff, you're like, oh, first he was like Instagramming the environmental disaster of the Antarctic, and now he's like saying that the surgeon of the group is like somehow giving him visions of crazy old ladies throwing babies into volcanoes. It's like, yeah, it's like crazy talk. And interestingly enough, just like that, Yuri's finished. Like you were caught up in arguing with Ringo, and people were yelling, and everyone was like trying to figure out what was happening, and you guys kind of like turned your head and distracted yourself from whatever Yuri was doing. And next thing you know, Yuri just opens his eyes and goes, "I'm finished." And you can
Take
look
off
down, and there's a
red
bandage
stuff.
taped on your lower lip, and you feel great. Like it might be the anesthetic, but you feel fine.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, we are finished. How are you feeling?
Surprisingly, I'm feeling pretty chipper.
You feel great too.
How do you? Yeah, how do you feel?
Like, you feel like how you would have felt back in the day when you were at the peak of your game, like when a surgery went really, really well, and you know it went really, really well, and you're certain that you did what you had to do to fix the patient.
Everything went flawlessly. I saw no advanced signs of inflammation or infection below the skin. Nothing out of place.
You can even tell just by looking that your leg looks better.
Wow. You're
And look,
you're a pretty fucking great doctor. Well, I guess Ringo didn't have to worry so much about that then. I mean,
Ringo, worry about what?
Oh, that feeling has gone away.
didn't you hear what he was saying?
No, not those.
I think you're stressing him out a little bit.
I'm feeling a lot of feelings.
Ringo, would you like me to take a look at you? How are you feeling?
I'm not feeling them anymore, Doctor. I think
Now that this intense feeling has gone away, you're back to that just general unease with the undead guy standing at the top of the ridge.
Well, I would say make sure to drink your fluids, keep your fluid levels up.
I still have 4 bottles of vodka.
sure thing, Doc. Sure thing.
And I mean water, not vodka.
Vodka ain't gonna drink itself, though.
Yeah, so now that this is all past, you guys are all now more keenly aware of Marty staring down from you at the top of the ridge. And so at this point, they're like, okay, what are we going to do about the device? We were hoping to somehow get it back up to the top of the ridge. But now we got Marty up there staring down at us. We got to do something.
Well,
He's been up there the whole time, even though we've been down here, and he hasn't done anything. I'm wondering, if he can even see us.
The plan to get the device out of the cave was to take another exit. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Not traverse the slope. I mean, we cannot traverse this.
I don't see how that can happen. Yeah. We
yeah,
gotta find another way out.
thought we were gonna go to try and go through one of the other bigger entrances. Now that we know that the tunnels seem to follow the path of the tree.
I thought your plan was to go to the small one on the end.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going to head further
Small one.
to the right towards the small entrance on
okay.
Cave 6. Because you guys had already realized that opening went all the way through.
Yeah.
The main point was that you couldn't bring the whole sled and equipment, so you guys
Yeah.
would have to schlep everything and take what you had and leave everything here and maybe come back here after you got it set up. Except now you have Marty over there, so you're like, if you leave your stuff behind, you don't know what's going to happen.
On another note, Morty appears to be about 100 yards away, and my rifle has a range of 110 yards.
He'll get a little tickle of like.
I don't expect it to do
shrapnel.
anything, but if we are interested,
I don't know. I feel like firing the rifle again would be just draw attention to whatever other of those creatures are still out there.
Well, Deborah,
yeah.
before you came here, did you know that Malcolm Scott was going to be one of those creatures?
No, certainly not. Well, we don't think he's one of the creatures at all.
Well, we're talking about Malcolm Scott.
Oh, Scott.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not at all. We knew that something was up, and we knew that he was coming here to explore whatever happened to his ancestors' team. Honestly, until I arrived, we had no idea what might have happened to them. Like, this transformation is new even to me. We knew something had gone wrong. We knew something related to these creatures had influenced them in some way. But until I re-arrived, we had no idea what we were going to expect.
I mean, I'm just trying to make sense of how Morty could be back. And
He's clearly being animated by the energies of this place. Like, there's still a consciousness here that persists, even if the creature that contained it is no longer alive.
Animated, like, are you talking like a zombie?
Sure, if you want to call it that. Like, as I've said, we are right now in the midst of a giant skeleton, an ancient entity that has been here since before the dawn of mankind. Whatever these creatures were, they have a persistent consciousness that exists long after their existence has passed. We can't even understand whether or not existence for them mimics anything we understand.
I want to see Anthony's reaction to her saying these things.
Anthony is surprisingly relaxed about it. Like, he's taking it all in stride, just like he's cool with it. You want to go ahead and make an idea check?
That'd be nice. I'm mostly like I know that when Deborah first told us this, we were like sort of floored.
Sure. You don't have psychology or psychoanalysis, do you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't have something that's specific to like
So
that kind of thing, an idea check is the closest.
I'll just do an idea check. That is a 96 over my 60.
Yep, it seems
So-
he's fine. Like, Koa is kind of like, he's got that same kind of code distance that Yuri has always had. That is like, they've either been the kind of people who come from jobs where they've seen things and they're fairly unflappable. So as far as you can tell, he doesn't seem surprised by any of this.
Okay.
Like, he's either seen some stuff or he's just the kind of person who's like, yeah, I kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, I'm in the ruins of an ancient alien skeleton.
You know,
Just a typical day.
well,
It explains a lot.
you've read some stuff
No, I
about
get it.
Scientology. This isn't that weird. It's like this is actually like Scientology light, as far as you know. It's like,
Okay. Well, anyway.
so yeah. So Morty is like at the top of. Wait a minute. I better check. Oh, it is. Okay. For a second there, I thought it was Marty, and you guys had just convinced me it was Morty in order to make me to keep calling him Morty.
Because it's Mortimer.
But it actually is Morty. It's like, all right.
Mortimer.
So yeah, Morty is just standing up there. You can't actually see his face very well because he's backlit. So besides the hole in his chest, you really can't tell if he's actually looking at you guys or not. Like, it's just basically in shade. You can just see a silhouette up there. But Deborah is fairly well convinced that there's nothing to be gained standing here unless you guys want to try to get up there and take a clean shot.
I don't.
She recommends that we just pack up and start going.
I'm in favor of that.
Yeah, we gotta get over to that smaller tunnel if we're gonna have any hope of getting the signal out.
How about we go deep enough into the cave for Morty to be unable to see us before choosing the direction we go, so that he may not like follow us as easily.
You can definitely do that.
Not a big inconvenience.
So do you guys want to just pack enough for each of you to carry? Or you guys try to pull the sled further deep into the cave as well?
I feel like
Well, this is the big transmitting device. Can
Yes.
we even carry that without the sled?
Yes. It's not big. It's like about the size of
like a
that
folding
thing.
dish.
It's
Like
just
a briefcase? Sort
no.
of
It's
a
as
setup, or-
tall as that camera stand thing.
Okay.
And maybe about as wide, except it's a solid piece of equipment.
So
as
like
opposed-
4 foot by 4 foot.
Yeah, it's like one person has to
Maybe
light
3.5?
it. Like you or anyone who's strong enough could carry it, but they wouldn't be able to carry anything else. Like, it's just a big enough beacon thing.
Well, I think we should take the sled. We should take as many things as we can.
You can't get the sled all the way through. You can only pull it farther back, but at some point you would have to like abandon it because you would have to go through terrain that would make it harder for you to get it through.
if we're gonna have to abandon it, then we might as well go ahead and just abandon it now, and just take what we
You could
need
get
now.
it quite far into the caves, and a good way is just that between here and where you're going, there's gonna be some terrain you can't get it past. Like, it would be about halfway.
Okay.
I prefer to be as close to our food stores as possible.
Yeah, it will also get it out of Morty's line of sight.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that seems
sounds-
like a good plan.
Yeah, that sounds worth it.
All right, so you guys start dragging everything around. As soon as you get up and start getting involved, you feel great. Your leg is so healed. Like, you feel really... If anything, you feel better than you did when you started. Like, you feel like you actually have more strength in your right leg than you did before you
The
were hurt.
problem is your weak left leg.
Yes.
He's too weak.
I feel that, but also at the same time, I also feel like my mind might be sort of like have that like adrenaline high.
Yes.
Like I feel like my mind might be compensating.
You're also a little worried maybe it's the anesthetic keeping the pain from being felt.
That's
Yeah.
that's sort of my
I try and slow him down because I know that
Yeah.
that's a possibility.
But you feel good. Like you feel like you could just use it fine and you're not favoring it anymore except from muscle memory.
I feel like this is my moment that if I'm gonna be helpful and not a burden, that like this is my moment to like get on the move.
Yep.
Because if I'm any worse, then I'm just the weak one out.
Yeah, that is definitely the case. Let me check this. How does this work?
You're looking great.
Yeah, you
Hey baby, you got it going on.
yeah. Basically the mechanical way this works is that your dex goes up 10%.
Really? Wait, what's? Okay,
So-
I'll just put a +10.
Oh wait, 10% of its original score or 10?
10% of his actual score. So if it's like 60, it
so
goes
his
up to
dex
66.
is 40 goes to 44.
Yeah, so it goes to 44.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you actually are better than you were before.
Damn.
Noise.
Damn.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
No drop.
I know a special doctor.
Yeah.
He's like a mob
Definitely
doctor. It's like,
no drop.
None that we know of.
You know, when they took my brain out of my body and put it in this little glass jar, I learned I didn't need the body.
yeah.
No.
Or the brain. It's like, my old brain wasn't any good, but I had this doctor who got me a new one, and I feel so much better.
It's sort of that like nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. It's like nothing feels as good as being out of your body is.
Yes. So there's a lot of happy banter as you guys are moving things around. You're really enjoying the camaraderie. Some of the horror of the moment seems to have passed a bit. You forget that there's an undead Morty staring down at you as you've gone deeper into the cave and you can't see him anymore. Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. We all feel better.
Everyone's packing. You're trying to make sure that everyone has the 4 bottles of remaining vodka are evenly distributed amongst people's packs.
Deborah has one. It's in my notes.
I don't need one.
vodka?
Yeah, she took
Yeah.
a bottle of vodka.
Oh dang.
She did. She wanted to make sure she had one.
Deborah, she can have my bottle of vodka.
Ooh, do you have one to give? Is it yours?
No,
It's like-
I mean, there's 6 of us and there's 4 bottles. I don't need one.
I offer a toast with Harry for like a good surgery.
Ooh, look at that.
Successful surgery.
Do you accept a vodka toast from Yuri?
I
It only takes one more drink.
It's tradition. It went well.
You know, we are not allowed to drink before surgery.
No.
Have to do it after.
Well, can I take a rating check on that? I just want to have my wits about me.
Very well. I take both.
Yes, Yuri is forced to drink yours. It's like
Oh well.
it's not great vodka.